Good fucking god! And Tyrion.
Something popped up in the chat. We have here somebody who says he's located the recycle. Ghost and Jon Snow reuniting was season 4, episode 5, first of his name. Timestamp 52 minutes. It's not the same exact shot. There might be another one else in there.
Oh, is it the one where I know exactly what scene I saw that one?
Yeah,
Twitter. I'll send it to you.
They're talking about they're not talking about the one. This is season 4 or 5.
He says
season 4, episode 5.
Is that the one where they've defeated Craster's keep people? Is it the end of that episode?
At night in the fire, but his hand is on the opposite side of Wolf's head, or Ghost's head.
I think they've reused a few with direwolf bits.
That's the prevailing theory right now, and it's not looking good if that's the case.
That's I think you blame the controller Overwatch. We'll look into that.
Yeah, the reviews on IMDb are lower than Rotten Tomatoes are, which is interesting. You'd think they'd probably level out about the same, but should we have a look at just some of the titles of these reviews? Because it would be kind of amusing if they are... Just let's have a look at what people are feeling. Better if White Walkers had won and last episode was just silence. Any rewatchability is down the drain. Yep. Laughing out loud at Brad conclusion. Unrealistic, forced garbage. All you can do is laugh. And then the next one is literally just ha 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 ha.
So I recommended the show to a few people. Shall I invest in some clown makeup?
Yes. Yes. A friend of mine, I recommended the show to him for a long time, and he pointed out after my episode 3 rage, he was like, I'm guessing you're not recommending it anymore. And I was like, no.
Dude.
Don't.
This is the type of thing I'd recommend to someone out of spite if I hated them and just wanted
Look at this one. How do I rate 0 out of 10? Because I think the lowest you can do is 1 on IMDb. Oh, these poor people. Not good. The greatest TV show of all time had the worst finale. A parody ending to what was a brilliant series. The most anticlimactic plot ever. 8 years gone. Where do I puke? This will go down in history. Pierce D&D. Don't tell me I don't know this show. Dude.
Oh, man.
These are the top reviews. These aren't leveled by, like, worst. These are the ones that are highest rated helpfulness. This is the amount of people who said this was useful. All of them are 1s. Oh, there's a 2.
I remember seeing that review.
There's a 2. We made it.
Somewhere.
I was aware that this was, of course, a fever dream during that scene with the High Council when they're all referring to themselves as their title, where it's like, and the Master of Ships disagrees with this. Well, I, the Master of Coin, disagrees with it. And then Tyrion ends it on that fucking, I brought a jackass into a brothel line. And it's like, what is this? I was expecting the fucking It's Always Sunny theme to play us out.
It's like the infection of memes this show gradually got. Like, the one that really really blew me away when I saw it was the rowing a boat joke that Davos makes to Gendry in season 7. I was like, oh, that was like a hardcore meme. And the meta culture, the idea that we saw him row away and we never saw him again for like 2 seasons or whatever. It's just like, huh, is he still rowing? That was like a constant meme. And then Davos says it. It was like, oh.
They take that's the trouble. I mean, it's I've always said that social media is a dangerous tool, and you know, we as an audience have the power now to shape these stories for the better or the worst. And if something's popular, they'll always go for that because, you know, the people who shout the loudest rather than the people who actually respect good storytelling. So that's the danger of places like Twitter. It's like something will become a meme and then they'll go, wouldn't it be funny if? And that's how you end up with shit like this.
Yeah, so we're looking at coming up to 1.2 million people have signed. I feel like that'll go up. I'm guessing around 1.5 to 2 million. That's probably where it'll level out.
Well, they're not going to be, mate. I mean, it'd be nice. It would be nice if they did a nice gesture, but there's no fucking way. There's a difference between replacing the Sonic model and redoing the whole final season of Game of Thrones. You know, they just want to get into that sweet Star Wars cash.
There's no way they're going to actually do it, but it does send a pretty significant message if 2 million people end up showing their displeasure. I don't know what the record for a petition is, but I have to imagine for an entertainment petition, this has to be it's probably the biggest one for based on an entertainment property.
Well, I think the terrible fucking shame is that if Michael Bay has taught us anything, it's they don't give a shit if it's popular or not. They don't give a shit if we hate it. They all they care about is, so how are the HBO subscriptions through the roof? You know, and they're.
I feel like they would have lost some thanks to this, to be honest with you.
Oh well, that was inevitable anyway. You know, it's just.
This will be the highest. This will probably be the highest rated television show they've ever had on HBO. And so they're going to make a ton of advertising dollars, yada yada yada.
Should we have a look
people have. Go on.
I was just going to say, let's have a look at people who give it 10 stars. Totally satisfied with the ending. Ignore the rank. It's a good finale. All along, this was about what the Iron Throne represented. Pretty good. Look at this. 10 out of 10, and the title is pretty good.
That's a hard 10.
Thank you, Game of Thrones. Haters gonna hate, but thank the gods I'm not one of them. Great finale. This bad reviewers will be forgotten.
Well, as will your comment, good sir. Thank you.
90% of reviews are written by trolls. Are you one of them? Unexpected final. Stop whining. Perfect. Perfect? Really?
Perfect.
Couldn't have been improved at all? Alright. Masterpiece. Oh my. It's been an amazing journey. Fitting end.
These are written by the people who've taken Game of Thrones and turned it into Big Brother, whereby it's not about the story, it's about who's if their favorite character wins or not.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't give a fuck.
Do you like this one? 10 out of 10, and the title is Not Entirely Sure About How I Feel About This Finale.
Don't give it a fucking 10 out of 10 then. Do you know what numbers mean?
Oh my god.
Well, either way, I should probably start getting to super chats.
It even says it didn't meet my expectations.
Maybe that's a good thing. It's subverted.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did they go for 6 episodes if they knew for a fact that they couldn't wrap it up in 6? Which
they didn't give a shit.
Case.
Like, fuck it.
I also can't help but notice how much of a big deal this is for everyone. You know, a perfectly operational train, especially of significant value, is absolutely a thrilling sight, but not as much as a crashing one. You know. Mm-hmm. So, for as good as Game of Thrones was, the awe of perfection is not as engaging as the ecstasy of crisis. So, it's always wonderful when something so magnificent just falls to the lowest of low, and that's how you end up with situations like this, with everyone universally panning it. And that's
the thing. Game of Thrones, pretty damn watched, to say the least. And yeah, this sort of happened. Anyway, I'm going to start reading super chats, and obviously all of you are welcome to come and go, leave and stay as you please. A lot of these are going to be related to Game of Thrones, so we'll have plenty of discussion to go through. But
yeah, hey, and since you mentioned that, check your inbox on Twitter real quick. I'm going to have to bounce.
That is absolutely fine. It's been great to have you, dude. And do you want to just plug your channel quick? Man. Let them know why they should subscribe. I believe it's in the description as well. So.
Yeah. You guys can check me out over at Geeks and Gamers. If you like a sarcastic asshole that talks a lot of shit and talks about Hollywood and all of their identity politics, you might like my channel, and you might not. I don't know, but check it out. Check out geeksandgamers.com. I have a website. We have a full staff of writing, a writing team, editors, everything like that, and they're not as sarcastic as I am. But thanks for having me, Mahler. It's been nice to stream with all of you. I appreciate it. And this stream is significantly better than season 8 of Game of Thrones.
That's an achievement right there. It's a high bar. So yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
You scored higher than the div kid at the back of the classroom who's only allowed to use the plastic scissors. Yeah. It's like fucking gee. There's the bar right there.